What turned out to be about $30,000 student loan is now $70,000. I'll die before, I'll never be able to pay that off.
It's kind of like a death sentence for me. I mean, a life sentence, I should say, to pay those student debts.
Student loan debt in the U.S. is now at $1.7 trillion, and it's growing fastest among older Americans. There are now about 8.7 million Americans over the age of 50 who are still paying off college loans and who have seen their debts increase by about half since 2017.
This is my son. He graduated in 2008 from Bridgewater College with a degree in biology. I didn't want him to be stuck with having the debt that a lot of kids have when they get out of college, so I assumed that loan.
77-year-old Frank Sizer Jr. is a retired prison warden living in Atlanta, Georgia. By the time he is 96 years old, he will finally be finished paying off his student loans.
The Parent Plus loan that I took out was through the Department of Education. And of course, they then transferred everything over to Navient. I think I started in 2004. I'm still paying it, and according to Navient, I'll be done in 2040. My former job was head of the Atlanta City Jail, and before that, I was the warden of 3 different federal prisons, and of course, I ran the prison system in Maryland. My main source of income, of course, is my retirement income, and of course, Social Security. I sort of assumed that, like most loans, you pay it off in a reasonable amount of time, and I expected that I would have it paid off before I retired. But for a period of time while he was in school, I was just paying interest rate on the loan. So right now, a balance of about $52,000. God knows what the original amount was. Interest rate compounding, and it just continued to grow. It came as quite a shock to me to find out that I'm going to be labeled with this probably for the rest of my life. As you get older and you don't have the income that you did when you were working, it has a big effect to take about $500 a month from your retirement income to pay a student loan.
These are the type of buses that we drove.
Alma Topete used to be a school bus driver in Stockton, California. But back-to-back traffic accidents led to debilitating medical issues and ultimately put her out of a job.
My main objective after that was to go back to school. I was in the middle of a divorce and was a single parent. I took out student loans to not only to cover my books and the classes, but to help assist in my daily bills.
Alma's medical issues have caused her to be in and out of work over the years, and she is currently collecting state disability.
At this age, I can't be the same worker that I was before. I just don't see a way out. I've been trying to pay it. I've had medical problems, loss of jobs, deaths in the family where I had to stop work. My husband got laid off, and in between times I couldn't pay the payments, so I had to ask for forbearance. The interest accrued like big time.
Borrowers who defer on loans can face severe consequences, such as capitalized interest, which can cause the original loan balance to skyrocket. Alma didn't complete her BA, but took enough units to earn a certificate. Today, Alma's debt has more than doubled. She and her husband have filed for bankruptcy.
It's quite disheartening, troubling to be in a situation like this. I just don't understand why the government allows this to happen. For a $30,000 loan to become a $70,000 loan. I don't come from a family with a lot of money, and I wanted to further my life and to provide for my family a better future. So I felt like the need to have to do it at the time. But I didn't realize it was gonna get to this monster that it's at now.
Both Frank and Alma are among the more than 40 million federal student loan holders who are scheduled to begin making monthly payments again on October 1st, once COVID-19 debt relief measures expire.
Right now, obviously with COVID-19, it's not accruing anything, and I don't have to pay right now, but it's soon going to start again. And with me not working, I don't know how that's gonna be feasible. And unfortunately, this is not covered by bankruptcy.
I would like to think that loan forgiveness would happen. I'm very pessimistic that that'll happen. You know, if you can't do away with student loans, do away with the interest on those student loans, because that's what really runs that cost up and burden people.
My hopes for this issue for myself is for me to be debt-free from it, completely. I know President Biden talked about releasing us from all debt, so if he's not going to give us the blessing of canceling this student loan debt, I would hope and pray that at least he changes the law so that it could be included into a bankruptcy.
If education is as important as everyone make it out to be, and which I agree with, there should be a better way. The wealthy, not an issue. Well, I think that the average person don't have that luxury. Quite honestly, I'd like for my son to go on and get his master's, but that's going to have to be on his dime.